Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Thursday, February 28th. Tomorrow's the first day of March, huh? Well, somebody better go find that Phil character out there because his prediction of early spring obviously not quite on tap. If we look at the headlines, some sunshine today into Friday, and then Friday night we'll have a cold front approaching the area. That could bring anywhere from a trace in the southern areas to 2 inches as you get up towards Mount Pleasant and Clare. And then behind that, very cold temperatures with several nights getting down to single digits above or even possibly below zero. That would be for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning. So very cold air coming up. It'll get March off to a very cold start. And overall, much of next week will be quite cold. We don't see any storms of any particular interest right now. So overall, the weather pattern will be fairly tranquil for this time of year. And if we look at the snowfall update, you can see we're now up to 43.1 inches of snow here in the Breckenridge area, or about 107.75% of normal. So definitely a snowier than normal winter has occurred, and no doubt we'll add a little bit to that here over the next 6 weeks. And if we look at temperatures out there this morning, you can see where areas have cleared out down to 5.2 here in Breckenridge. We actually, in just a distance from Breckenridge down here to the Ransom Road facility, anywhere from 1 below to 5 above on the car thermometer. So quite a big change in areas where there was clear skies. Also has some ground fog out there this morning, so some of the trees, no doubt when the sun comes up, will have a lot of ice fog on it. And you can see again temperatures down into the teens as you get down to southeast lower Michigan, so a bit warmer there. If we look at the satellite view, just some weak clouds coming into the area. Again, these will mainly dissipate here. There's a little bit of lake effect snow in southwest lower Michigan. Again, over the next 2 hours, that'll completely fall apart. The system we're going to watch is out to the west, and you'll notice as that moves east, you'll see some very cold air begin to show up on the satellite view here towards the very end. That's what's going to follow behind that system, and again, that'll give us that cold air once we get into Saturday night, right on through the middle of next week. But again, the best chance of snow will be for tomorrow night into early Saturday, but again, not a big deal as most of the weather systems will remain off to our south. You can see the lake effect here across southwest lower Michigan. Again, this will rapidly dissipate here over the next couple of hours, especially once the sun rises and the winds go calm. On the weather map this morning, you can see much of the action well off to our south. Weaker systems will traverse across southern Canada, and again, it'll drop their cold front through the area here Saturday night, and again, it'll combine with some of this energy here that'll be pushing to the west. The cold air wins the battle, and again, just some light snows across northern lower Michigan with just some flurries and maybe a touch of light snow in the southern part of the state. And if we look at the map as we go into Friday, much the same thing. Again, that system begins to approach the area. That'll bring some of that light snow. Again, this will be for late in the day, more likely probably after 9 p.m. at least, and then lasting into the early Saturday morning hours. As that front moves through the area, you can see cold, high-pressure system, Arctic high, that'll deliver the winds on the east side of that right down into the Great Lakes. Bitterly cold air for this time of year. And if we look at how much precipitation over the next 7 days, you can see it's going to be quite quiet across much of the state of Michigan into southwest Ontario, with the heavier precipitation amounts well off to our south. So again, just a touch of light snow here over the next 7 days. And again, we don't see any big storms. I think the pattern is going to become quite active, though, perhaps as we get towards next weekend. So we'll keep an eye on that. But over the next 7 days, it'll be quite quiet out there. As far as snowfall, again, with that system coming in Friday night, Saturday, anywhere from a trace to an inch in the southern areas to maybe 2 inches again as you get up towards Mount Pleasant and Clare, with again even only lighter amounts, 2 to 4 inches as you get into the UP. So not a big system, but what it will do is deliver a lot of cold air here for the next 5 days once it comes through. And you can see on the MAC's computer forecast model, again, almost no precipitation. Our snow depth will remain around 4 to 6 to 7 inches across much of the area. And again, for today, highs in the mid to upper 20s will be maybe around the low 30s. I'm not sure we're even going to get above 30, but possibly the low 30s. And again, with that snow, maybe a half inch to an inch across this area. And then we'll see temperatures on Sunday start off in the 20s, the low 20s, but they'll fall all day long. And we'll see temperatures down around zero and maybe even below zero as we get in to Sunday night, early Monday morning. And again, same thing for Tuesday morning, maybe below zero again there, with just some snow showers, mainly closer to Lake Michigan. but a very, very cold pattern coming up over the next 7 days. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself